Last night I was staring at the stars. Not in some deep poetic moment, just literally trying to spot a planet. And I remembered a story that most people have never heard of. A woman who lived over 1,000 years ago. Her name was Mariam al Astrolabi, and she was one of the earliest known female engineers in history. She lived in 10th century Syria during the Islamic Golden Age, a time when science, philosophy, and invention were booming across the Middle East. Mariam worked in Aleppo, a center of knowledge at the time, and she specialized in constructing astrolabes. If you've never seen one, an astrolabe is this insanely complex instrument made of interlocking brass discs. Think of it like a scientific Swiss army knife, used for everything from measuring the position of stars and planets to telling time, finding direction, even figuring out prayer times. It was Google Maps, a clock, and a sky chart all rolled into one in a time before watches or GPS existed. The fact that Mariam mastered this technology is already impressive, but she wasn't just using them, she was building them. Her reputation was so solid that she caught the attention of Sayf al Dawla, the ruler of Aleppo at the time, who brought her to work at his court. Think about that. A woman in a deeply patriarchal society being known and respected enough to be hired by royalty for her technical skills. But, like many stories of brilliant women in history, Mariam's name almost disappeared. We know about her only because a later scholar, Ibn al-Nadim, mentioned her in a book of biographies called Al-Firis. In it, he describes her as a wise woman who was active in the manufacture of astrolabes and other instruments. That's it. That one sentence is pretty much the only written record we have. No long tribute, no preserved documents of her work, just a single acknowledgement, barely a footprint. And yet, she existed. She built tools that helped people explore the universe. She had a career in science and engineering a full millennium ago, when most women weren't even taught to read. Imagine what else she might have created if she had lived in a world that documented her work, amplified her voice, or gave her students. So, if you've never heard of Mariam al Astrolabi, you're not alone. But now you have. And now she's part of this series where we shine a small light on the ghosts of genius, those who changed the world but were nearly erased from it. Got a weird question or a forgotten figure you want to know more about? Drop it in the comments and maybe it will be featured in the next episode. Until next time, keep wondering. I am Mari and this is Midnight Question.